We're set up on the tripod. Well, this morning, day number 3. We're at about kilometer marker 56. We've just started again on day 3's adventure and hike. We're just leaving, working our way out of the Balls Falls conservation area. Beautiful little country stream this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Weather is great. Last night was a beautiful starry night. Right now I'm on a little walkway bridge over this brook, stream, rapids, whatever you want to call it. There's my pack at the end. Just took it off to take a break. Hey, you know what? Gary here with Trail Name Jasper. So day number 4 of our through hike of the Bruce Trail, 1,010 kilometers, heading northbound, finishing in Tobermory. You know, each day up to now we've talked a little bit about gear that I'm using on this particular hike. I believe we've talked about shoes. Yesterday we talked a little bit about food. Speaking of food, tonight or today promises to be around a 25-kilometer day, finishing in Grimsby the end of the day, where tomorrow morning I'll probably resupply. I don't think I'll get there with enough time to resupply, get back on the trail and establish another campsite for tonight. So I'll probably resupply in the morning. Gear today, we're talking about my backpack. Hey, today I am using my Mountain Gear Warehouse Inca 80 liter. Now 80 liters is a big backpack, I know, but I like to keep my sleep mat, a Thermarest, a concertina or folding sleep mat. I like to keep it on the inside of the bag. That takes up probably 30 liters right there, maybe 25 liters of the space. That's why I use an 80 liter pack. Not an expensive pack, about 140, 150 bucks Canadian, but that's the pack I use. So that's my little gear talk about today. Hey, you know what? I'm going to put that said gear pack back on my bag, on my back, and we are going to lay down some miles. Let's go. Every now and then along the Bruce Trail, you come across a little area, little campfire, little seating area. Somebody's got a little bit of kindling cut down there, and enough space for maybe 2 tents. A little kind of on-trail campsite for the night. And you know what? If I find one of these at any time, well, of course when it's nighttime, bedtime, then one of these is great for me. I just wanted to point that out because you do find these every so often along the trail. The trail continues to the north, and this is the way we just came from the south. Wow. Okay, I just wanted to show you that little bit of information about hiking the Bruce Trail. There are areas where, you know, it's quite fine just to camp anyhow. Well, that's okay. Let's keep going. Let's lay down some more miles. So far, so good. Day 3. So right now, it's about 12:30, quarter to 1. Day 3, Bruce Trail hike, northbound. Just taking a little break. 12.5 kilometers in so far today. Took my shoes and socks off, just letting a bit of air get to my toes and just relax. That left foot is giving me a lot of trouble, and I keep smashing it against rocks and tree roots on the trail, and man, anyhow, I'm gonna have to stop doing that. But just take a look where we are. We're just sat here on a little hill overlooking a vineyard. Now this is absolutely beautiful. There's the, I guess, the plantation home in the distance. Looks like they have a big kind of pond with a boat dock there. And I've noticed there's literally thousands of acres of grapes, grapevines. Absolutely amazing. I just wanted to share this moment with you because it really is beautiful. So far the hike goes well. All being well, by this evening I should hit Grimsby. So that would be a total of around 80 kilometers total into the hike, and that's fine for 3 days. Yeah, everything's going great. Everything is going just fine. Little concerned though about those A6, A7 Venture Gel shoes. As comfortable as they are, and they have really good grip but minimal support, I'm finding that to be a bit of a problem on some of these rocky trails. There's miles and miles of trail here that's just boulders, just ankle breaking boulders, and they're a little tricky. But anyhow, having said that, we live and learn. Talk to you in a bit. At about kilometer marker 77, we have the Bruce Trail, I guess official, if you will, login book, which is right in here, which I have just logged in. So I've just signed this book. I've told my little story on my way northbound to Tobermory. Yeah, so there it is. So right now, I'm about a kilometer away from finishing, or maybe 1.5 kilometers away from finishing the first section, or the Niagara Falls section of the Bruce Trail. The next section is called the Iroquois Section. Cannot tell you exactly how long that one is. I really am going to have to check on the map. So I'm kind of been pushing it. The terrain has been very difficult today. Lots of kind of, again, ankle breaking boulders, miles of it. I'm pretty much guessing this whole trail is going to be like that all the way through. However, having said that, I can get a few supplies. I don't need a lot, but a few things I do need. I can get those at this next kind of area, which is Grimsby. And then hopefully do that, maybe grab a bite to eat in a restaurant, some restaurant food there in the town, and hopefully be able to get back out of town and back on the trail with enough light to get a campsite. I had considered waiting till morning to go into town and resupply. I'm trying to find a campsite now, but it's just a little too early to find a campsite yet, but it could be a little too late by the time I try to get everything done. Having said that, we'll see. For now, we're heading into town. Let's get going. Okay, so right now we've just come off trail, maybe 100 yards behind us. We're pretty much in some kind of a central area of Grimsby, I'm guessing. But I do know there's a Food Basics and a couple of other stores around here that'll be fine for supplying or resupplying. So I'm going to grab a few supplies. Hopefully I can see a little restaurant and have a sit-down meal. And then hopefully it's still going to be light enough for me to get back on the trail and find a nice little campsite for the night. So hey, that's the plan. I'm going to stick to it. Here we go. So right here, we're at the Food Basics Plaza in Grimsby, Ontario. It's only moments, maybe a 5-minute walk off the trail, as the trail runs through the hillside behind the plaza or the mall. Nice little restaurant there, $5.69 for a breakfast plus tax. And the trail runs up into the hills and along the escarpment. And as I say, it's only a 5-minute walk, if you will, from the actual trailhead. And then just ahead of us, literally less than a 5-minute walk from the Food Basics Plaza, a bridge and the trailhead. You can see a trail marker there on the post underneath the no parking sign. And yeah, so yeah, we're back on the trail this morning. So this is day 4. Hey, welcome to my channel, Trail Name Jasper, and Gary here. Yeah, welcome to my channel. It looks like it's going to be a great day. Now we're starting off with some beautiful sunshine, although the weatherman says rain possibly later today. Apart from that, everything's fine. 80 kilometers in, section 1 finished, beginning today section 2, so the Niagara section is finished, and the Iroquois section starts now. The Iroquois section is about somewhere around 125 to 130 kilometers, so about 4 days to get through there. Okay, let's get going. So right here at the beginning of the Iroquois section of the Bruce Trail looks like a small monument, John Norton War 1812 Trail, Seneca Onondaga. Okay. Wow. Okay. So right at the beginning of the trail, Iroquois section, we're going to climb out of Grimsby up. We have quite a steep climb to begin with. Gives you a little bit of the information here on the actual section that we're starting, Grimsby. Down here, this trail runs up into Kelso and Milton. So that's a bit of a trail map of where we're going, but we're going to climb out into what's locally known as the Grimsby Mountain. So apparently this is quite a steep climb coming out of Grimsby. Okay. Let's get going. A trail like this, just look at it. Absolutely beautiful. It's wide, it's flat, it's easy walking. It's great, it's perfect. You could hike double the distance, say in any given day, on a trail like this than the trail that we've had over the last 2 days, that has been nothing more than ankle breaking boulders, mile after mile after mile of ankle breaking boulders. Extremely difficult, extremely hard work. It just beats the hell out of you. It leaves you at the end of the day totally exhausted. But a trail like this, much better, much easier to work with right now. Few rocks ahead of us, which is really quite normal. We are on the escarpment, but the mile after mile of the ankle breaking boulders, man, it just wears you down. This trail here this morning, starting out as we've climbed up this Grimsby mountain, is beautiful. Hey, would be real nice if we kept this trail for the rest of the day, although something tells me that's not going to happen. Hey, what a beautiful day. And there is our Canadian maple leaf. Right there on the ground. Colors are starting. Today is it? Let me see what day it is. We started on Tuesday. So today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Friday. Yeah. First week of September is almost gone and we're starting to see some fall colors. Beautiful. It only proves to get more colorful as time goes by and we head further north. And let's keep heading that further north right now. Yeah. I've already taken my bag off and placed it in my poles, but right here is a perfect little spot to take a little break. We're about 5.5 kilometers into the day, overlooking Lake Ontario. You can see the QEW expressway or highway in the distance, and then of course the motels and so on servicing that highway. Wow, what a great little point location to take a break. Wow, so far it's a beautiful day, although the weatherman is promising rain this afternoon. Way over in the distance you can see Toronto, way over somewhere down there. I think maybe over that way. It's hard with your finger, but over there you can see Toronto in the distance. Coffee. Good. Okay, well, break time. It's somewhere around 12:30, noon, something, I don't know, between 12 and 1. Right now we're about 11.5 kilometers into the day. This is day 4. So 11.5 kilometers would put us at 91.5 kilometers on trail, plus another 6 kilometers on side trails. Okay, it's break time. I'm having my coffee, which is good. I'm also having a couple of muffins that I picked up this morning at my resupply. Continuing with the theme of equipment. If you've watched some of my other videos on Trail Name Jasper, you'll know that I do prefer the gas stove, which is what I'm using right now. However, because of the fact that I'd have to carry quite a bit of gas with me, I elected to try out and work with the wood stove. And I was intent on bringing the wood stove as a last minute and as part of my cooking kit. So I'd also have the gas stove with 1 can of gas, and I'd have the wood stove. 1 can of gas is nowhere near enough to get me through the hike, but it would maybe suffice for wet days when there was no dry wood to burn in the wood stove. However, at the last minute, I essentially elected to go with the gas stove only and carry extra containers. So right now I have this container, plus I have a full one in my pack. At my next resupply point, which is about maybe 10 days from here, not resupply point, but resupply box that I've prepared, which is about 10 days from here, I have 2 more of those canisters, of these canisters in that supply box, and so on as I go up the trail. So that's the way I elected to do it. I elected to prepare and carry a little more gas than go with the wood stove and the gas stove idea. Even though the wood stove with the gas stove and 1 can of gas would have been lighter in weight by about 6 to 8 ounces total that I had to carry. So that's what I did. So hey, it's Friday, I guess. I think it's the 6th. Let me see now. We started on the 3rd, which was Tuesday. So the 4th was Wednesday. The 5th was Thursday. It's the 6th. So it's Friday the 6th of September. It's day 4, halfway through. We're a total of 91.5 kilometers into the hike and 11.5 kilometers into the day. Gary here with Trail Name Jasper. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to finish my muffin. Then we're going to continue along the trail. See you soon. Bye-bye. Well, it's around 3:30 in the afternoon. We're close to about, somewhere between 18 to 20 kilometers into the day. One little thing about the Bruce Trail. If you're wild camping, sometimes it's really quite difficult. I mean, it's always doable, but sometimes it's difficult to find something that's good, if you will, as far as a campsite is concerned. There's always something, and I kind of rate them from, okay, if this is the last place I've got left, I'll take it, or wow, this is excellent, and lots of things in between. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention, especially as we start going through built-up areas. Where we're actually going through right now is actually the Stony Creek and then Hamilton area of the Bruce Trail, which really cuts very much right through the green belt. Wow, these steps are quite steep. It cuts right through the green belt of Hamilton. So on either side of you, you've essentially got city. So what my point being is right now, from around, depending where you are and what your plans are, from around 5 o'clock-ish, I do start looking at areas that are campsite worthy. I'm taking a break. I'm just sat here on these steps because it's hard to record and go down these steps. So from about 5 o'clock, 5:30-ish, this time of year, because it is September and the days are shorter, I start looking at camp areas, and if around 5 or 5:30 I see something that I think, wow, fantastic, gotta have it, then that's where I'm going to spend the night. I might not put my tent up right away, depending where it is, I'll probably cook dinner and relax, and then as it becomes into dusk and starts to drop into nightfall, that's when I would probably put my tent up. If I haven't found anything by, say, 6:30, I'll start to think, well, okay, something amazing to camp, a location that would be amazing to camp on. If that comes by, great, but if not, I'm starting to reduce my expectations as far as what I'll accept for that night. When it gets to be about 7:30 this time at night, I'm pretty much going to find something that is, okay, this will have to do for the night then, and maybe tomorrow we'll find something better, I don't know. So if you kind of understood all that, that's my reasoning behind picking the campsites that I pick, especially on something like the Bruce Trail, where there's really no areas that are, there's the odd one here and there, but not a lot that are designated, okay, you can camp here, and it's somewhat prepared. Unlike other trails, especially US trails, that do have areas that are camped on regularly. The Bruce Trail does not have that. There's always something to find, there's always somewhere to camp, but sometimes it's not the best of campsites in the world. Hey, let us continue heading down these steps. So right now on the trail, we're coming underneath, or we're walking next to a railroad track underneath a highway, or a bridge on a highway. We're going underneath that. There's the trail marker right there, along with all kinds of other markings. Graffiti, more graffiti. Really, really kind of interesting. Take a look at that. Wow. I mean, these people have put a lot of work into some of this graffiti. It's really quite well done, if graffiti's your thing, I suppose, but anyhow. Okay, trail marker, if you can see it, I don't know if it's too dark, but trail marker right there telling me to turn left. Okay, let's keep going. Right here, as I came down the trail, there is an area, a lot of rocks, that's for sure, tons and tons of rocks. It'd take quite a bit of work to clean up an area for a camp in here. However, this is what I consider acceptable at best. But you know what, it's only 4:30. If it was 7 o'clock, 7:30, I would be taking that, but I'm not, because it's not. It's only 4:30, so we're going to keep going. Hope I don't regret it. Let's see. Felker's Falls. So that's where we've just arrived at. Just at the other side of the falls, the water running over the falls, I did just filter 1 liter of water out of there, but that's where we are. Felker's Falls. We're about to leave the Stony Creek area and enter into the Hamilton area here on the Bruce Trail. Amazing, absolutely amazing. The Bear Meeting Place, Red Hill Valley Trail. And this is the meeting place. Interesting. Across the way, I just came under a major highway running into and out of the city of Hamilton. And right in here, tucked right in the corner here, right in this little section, just right here, is just beautiful, beautiful grass that's going to be, hopefully, my resting area for the night. That's where I'm going to set up my tent, but not yet. It's too early. It's about 6 o'clock right now. It's a little too light. It gets dark now fairly early. I'm tired. 26 kilometers in today, so kilometers on trail is now 106, and additional loop trail miles or kilometers is 7. So yeah, 106 total kilometers on trail, 26 for today. Right ahead of me is a continuation of the trail. That's where I go in the morning, down that trail. This is where I came from. Now, The Bruce Trail runs basically right through the city of Hamilton on what's known as the Greenbelt. Once we get through the city of Hamilton, we go through Dundas, start to make a right turn, then the trail bears left and heads straight north. Pretty much then into kind of very kind of open wilderness type country. As I'd mentioned earlier, water's been an issue. Couldn't believe it. I was told about it, but I thought, you know what, it's probably just there's no Perrier for certain people. Hey, they were right, there's no water, period, but I did manage to filter another liter tonight at the Falkers Falls. The only water source I've seen all day. So yeah, this is going to be my camp spot for the night. I don't think once it gets dark anybody will probably come around here. I really don't, but you know what, you never know. So that is a bit of a concern, but I think it's going to be fine. I think I'm going to be fine, and this, as I say, is where I'm going to call home. I'm going to wrap it up there for today. So this is the conclusion of day 4 with 106 kilometers on trail, heading from Queenston Heights to Tobermory on the Bruce Trail, or the BT, and doing a total of 1,010 kilometers with my side trails. Hey, I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Night night.